Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hamdan wa syukron lillah, salatan wa salaman ala rasulillah la nabiyya ba'dah, wa la hawla wa la quwata illa billah. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. First, let me introduce myself. My name Ganjar Eka Subakti. My affiliation from Indonesia University of Education. And now I want to present about analysis of students' moral degradation to teachers in online learning system based on Islamic perspective. Introduction. In early 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic began to spread to various countries including Indonesia. Many changes occurred in the dynamic of human life, including the education aspect. The impacts that occur include first, schools are transferred to home through an online learning process. Second, there is a transformation of technology-based learning media through the use of WhatsApp group, Zoom, Google Classroom, WebEx, YouTube, and TV channels. Third, adjustment of learning method. Fourth, adjustment of learning evaluation to determine the standard of grade promotion and graduation. And fifth, demand for collaboration between parents of students at home as a substitute for teachers controlling children's learning. The COVID-19 pandemic has not only weakened the health and economic sector, but also the education sector. One of the things that are affected is the decline in the quality of adab or the moral degradation of students toward teachers. Whereas in Islamic religious education, morality is priority, as in the hadith of the Prophet, indeed, I was sent to perfect morals. Or in another hadith, the messenger of Allah said, the believers who have the most perfect faith are those who have the best morals. Because of the importance of morality in Islam and the moral degradation that has occurred recently, we are interested in knowing what factors are happening and what solution can be done to overcome them. Method. This study used a qualitative approach, as Water in Basawi and Swani 2009 said that qualitative research is research that prioritizes in-depth understanding and interpretation of the meaning, reality, and relevant fact. Consequently, the use of this method requires the seriousness of the researcher in conducting observation, abstraction, and interpretation with the following methodological implication. First, focusing on the observation of the social practice of the phenomenon that occurred. Second, dig deeper into various aspects of information from actors and pay attention to the existing structural, cultural dimension. Third, make maximum use of data triangulation, while the data collection use is a literature review and interview with teachers in high school in the city of Bekasi. Result. The results of this study were taken from interviews with research persons conducted online through Google Meet. The sense of the interview results are as follows. First, change in student behavior during online learning. There is a setback or decline, not only in ethics but also in learning manners. Learning motivation and also self-confidence has decreased. For example, for ethic toward teachers because online learning is too long, so there is a lack of manner, such as speaking style or not greeting because they are not used to it. Second, change in student behavior toward teachers when online learning takes place. Teachers tend to find it difficult to recognize students because most students don't turn on the Zoom camera and the teacher doesn't know what students are doing, whether to pay attention or the other work. Third, factor causing moral degradation during online learning. The transition between junior high school and high school level, lack of interaction between student and teachers, when yearly students enter high school, making it difficult to instill good values in students. Teachers find it difficult to reach students to instill good values, and it is difficult to reprimand students. Our learning environment at home, students tend to be more relaxed because home is their own comfort zone. Fourth, solution for education student morale during online learning, handing over problems to the counseling guidance teacher, good communication between homeroom teachers and parents, good relationships are established. Do they coordinate with each other and remind each other when children are distant learning? Discussion. First, moral degradation during online learning at high school Bekasi City is lack of manner, closing the camera or disappearing during online learning. An impolite speech style, not responding when the teacher asks, or not greeting because they are not used to it. Whereas in Islam, we should use good and polite language as kaulan kariman mean glorification, respect, exaltation, appreciation, and gentleness. Kaulan masuron mean speech that is easy to understand, soft, beautiful, smooth, good, and optimistic. Kaulan baligon means speech that is true, communicative, touching, and impressive. Kaulan layyinan means gentle, touching, and kind word. Kaulan sadidan means speech that is gentle, clear, honest, precise, kind, and fair. Kaulan ma'rufan means polite, gentle, kind, beautiful, correct, respectful, pleasant, standard, and logical speech. Second, the factor or cause that lead to moral degradation during online learning are the first transition of student between level, and the second is the environment. Even in a study, the better the school environment, the better the morale of the student. Third, the solution that can be done by teacher to prevent student moral degradation is to carry out more intense communication with students. Besides the teacher factor, parents have a very big roles in educating children, especially the transfer of values of or moral. Because when online learning is like today, students will interact more with their parent, and it is the parent who can guide and direct it. Conclusion. First, moral degradation that occur during online learning include a lack of manner, which is indicated by the presence of several students who disappear and don't provide confirmation to the teacher during the learning process, and make it difficult for teacher to reach students back into teaching and learning activities. Second, factors that cause moral degradation in students during online learning are transition between school level, which cause students to still carry the habit they always did at their former school. Many students are not motivated to learn due to the home atmosphere or academic facilities. Third, the solution that can be done by teacher to prevent moral degradation is to establish closeness or good relation with student. Communicate so that teacher can find out the problems or obstacles that are being faced by student. Through good communication, teacher can also provide moral values and ethics that can be emulated by student. In addition to the teacher factor, parents have a very big role in educating children, especially the transfer of values or moral, because when online learning, students will interact more with parent, and parent are the one who can guide and direct. And that's all I can present. Hopefully useful, and I'm sorry, forgive me if there are mistakes. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.